Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to deploy your Flask backend app on a render. If you have built something cool with a Flask like an API or a simple app, you'll need a place to host it so others can access it online. And that's where the renders comes in. It's a beginner friendly, free for small projects and super easy to set up. By the end of this video, you'll have your Flask app live on the internet. So let's get started. Alright, first let's make sure your Flask app is ready for deployment. Open your Flask project in your code editor. Now add this small code snippet in your app to make sure it works on render. In this case, I've just added the home route and returning the string of hello render with the port of 5000 and running it with the app.run. This snippet tells the Flask app to use the port on render, gives us when it runs the app. Once it's done, we'll need to also create a requirements.txt file where all the libraries and packages will be listed in that which your app is using. So now let's come on the terminal and first let's create the requirements dot txt file, and in here paste this code like the Flask uh, with the version and the Gunicon with this version. After you've done this, these commands like create a requirements.txt file and list your dependencies. Now it's time to push our app on the GitHub so we can connect the render to the GitHub. Now in the terminal, initialize the repository with the git init, then create a repository on the GitHub first. Now I'll go here, create a new repository and give it a like a Flask app, something like that. Make it public and create a repository. After I create it, I need to add this remote origin. So I'll just paste it here. After that, I need to run the command of git add like that. Then git commit of, let's say, my first commit, and then git push -u origin main. I had a something issue with that. So I'll now just again push this code, and that's it. If I now refresh my app, I can now see this app.py and requirements.txt file. But I would suggest when you create like this something app, you should create a virtual environment. For that, you'll have to add the commands which will create the virtual environment folder, and in that you can add the dependencies which your app is going to need. So now let's start making that, and it is kind of better for the larger project. As of now, we have just simple returning string, but when you go for the production and having multiple dependencies, we should be having the virtual environment. To create an virtual environment, we have to run this command. Let's first clear the terminal and run. For the first, I'll tell for the Windows, you have to run the command python -n venv and venv again like that. And if you're on Mac, then you have to run with the Python 3. So it will create the virtual environment like that. And after it is created, then we have to activate it. For the Windows, you have to run venv /scripts /activate like that. And for the Mac, you have to run source venv /bin forward slash activate, like that. And your virtual environment has been activated now. And to install this dependency in the virtual environment, you have to run the command pip for the Windows and pip3 for the Mac, and like the install our requirements.txt, like that. And it will install all these dependency. And just here make a one more file called gitignore, like that. And it won't add this git virtual environment pushed to the GitHub. Here add like vnv forward slash cache, again like this, and dot pyc, like that. And you're ready to go. Now we'll have to again push this to the GitHub again with git add, git commit, added virtual environment, and git push, like that. And you can refresh the page and see we have these things now. What we'll do now, first let's go to the render.com. You can create a free account there, and after you create it, uh, we'll have to add the new project. For creating a new project, go to the add new button. In here, add a project. Let's give, for example, a Flask app, like that. And it's a development, and create a project. For that, you will be prompted to the creating a new service. So hit create service. You can create different services, but in our cases, we are going for the web services, which will giving our us to the URL which we can access in our other apps. Now, when you will go for the web service, you'll have the three options in here. For the Git provider, you can link your GitHub account in here. If you have the public repository, you can just put the URL here. And if you have made the app Dockerized, then you can put the Docker image URL in here. So we have the public repository here. So I'll just put this repository URL here, and let's connect. Wait for this, and here you can see we have given the Flask app as a name, language as Python 3, branch is main, and selecting the region which is near to you. For I'll select the Singapore, and keep it as rest because we have only one folder in here. Then for the build command, so it's a pip install -r requirements.txt. So what we'll do, which we the command which we run before in here to install all the dependencies which we are going to need. And this is the start command. The render run this command to start your app. Now, this dependency which we installed in the requirement.txt file, and this is the important thing. For example, if you give here a different file name, for example, if I give here main.py, then I'll have to add here like main and colon and app, like that. But in case on this repository we have the app file name, so we'll put in here app colon app, like that. So it will start our app on the render. Now if you are just building with the smaller use case, just go for the free. And as you scale up the your user base, you can go with this professional use plan. And if you have any other environment variables, you can add it in here. Then we have some advanced settings like for the environment variable to check the health of the path. Yeah, some pre-deploy command and auto deploy. As we have just simple app, so we are not going to use this advanced setting. And now let's deploy our web service and give it 1 or 2 minutes to complete it building. And after it completed building, I'll get back. Now you can see your service is live, and here is also we are getting the service is live. So if you go to this URL, it is going to show hello render. You can now test this URL. If you have, for example, React or Next.js app, you can use this URL to get the response of the Flask app. That's it for this video. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tutorials like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.